Welcome back. There you saw, the account number for Thaddeus Nwogu. And Karim Haruna Umar is saying that I think Thaddeus could be saved if only 1 million Nigerians could donate 25 naira each. So we don't know how that can work, but
it can work.
Whatever you have, give your widow's mites. And
25 naira is something that I think everybody, almost everybody, can afford 25 naira. Let's save Thaddeus Nwogu. But let's move on now. We're looking at some other issue that's been somewhat, it's been plaguing different parts of the country. Kidnapping. Focus on the spate of kidnapping. It's become a worrisome trend. Kidnapping, another form of criminality that security operatives must tackle with all amount of vigor. Different parts of different states in the Federation have signed laws into place, some death penalty, some life sentence, some, as I think the list is about 20 years imprisonment for kidnapping, if you're involved in kidnapping, as the case may be. But this has been gone on for a while. A former director on the DSS was recently kidnapped, was released, a certain amount of ransom was paid. We had a landlord around Isheri North that was kidnapped. That was after 4 others had been kidnapped. So it's been on and on. But let's look at kidnapping. And we have as guest Mr. Ahmed Kadiri, a security expert. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you very much.
And Nojim Shobo, a security expert as well. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you very much.
All right, Mr. Shobo, I believe you're a colonel?
Yeah, I'm a colonel.
A retired colonel.
Lecturer, University of Lagos.
Colonel Nojim Shobo. Tell us what your take is on the spate of kidnapping.
Well, kidnapping in the first place is seizing somebody against his own wish. And if you look at the spate of kidnapping, mostly in Lagos State here, for example, the environment in Lagos, mostly in those areas where kidnapping are presently holding, is rife, and the environment is good for kidnapping, and even the community and the people themselves, most of them are benefiting from the activities of these kidnappers.
Are you serious?
Yes, and let me quickly give you a typical example of the secretary of Isheri local government that was kidnapped about 2 weeks ago, and the paper reported that the kidnappers operated for 5 hours. 3 days ago, I was with the RRS commander, and he gave us a scenario of how Isheri Estate is about the largest estate in Lagos State. And if you get there, there was no effort on the part of the community to police that community. And most of the people in that community, they are the rich people who have decided to relocate to those areas to live by the side of the creeks without any strong youths within that community that could be mobilized to provide security services. It is the Lagos State Security Watch that provide the security men that were doing security services there without the presence of government security agencies.
Now, before you just go on, I'm just thinking, if, yes, as individuals, we should protect ourselves,
yes,
but I would think that such protection that you just painted, it's the largest estates around in Lagos.
Yeah.
I would think that such protection should come from the government.
Great.
Because the community has done its bit, trying to put in place something in terms of security for themselves.
Colonel Shobo, just before you take on that answer, we need to go on a quick break. We'll come back and then you answer that question.
Okay.
Please don't go away.
All right.
It is the monthly meeting of the Inspector General of Police and senior police officers from the rank of Commissioner of Police. The Inspector General of Police expresses concerns about the increasing cases of kidnapping and other security challenges as he announced plans to convene a national security summit.
Security is everybody's business, both the police and the citizens. These people live among the people, and that's why I said we are going to conduct a security summit to address most of these challenges we are having in this country. And this summit is going to cover from the traditional rulers, religious leaders, every sector of the Nigerian community are going to be involved. And that's an indication to you that security is everybody's business.
The Inspector General, who used the occasion to challenge senior police officers to brace up to the challenges of securing the nation, appealed for increased budgetary allocation to ensure an improved performance of the force.
The police, if you observe the last year of the budget of the police, I've attended, some two sessions of the Senate and the House of Representatives. And the main focus is that the police need more funding for it to perform effectively. And I want to appreciate, despite this little funding that has been given, you have done wonderfully well to ensure that this country remains safe and united.
The meeting later went into closed door to allow the top police officers brainstorm on how to curb the security challenges facing the nation.
Colonel Shoba, you
yes. Well, if you take a look at it, the Constitution of Nigeria of 1999 saddled the responsibility of protection of lives and properties on the shoulders of the federal government and the state government as well. And, well, the protection of lives and property as per the Constitution rests on the shoulders of the Nigerian police force. But the system in our country today is such that the population has grown beyond the powers of the current strength of the Nigerian police force we have. So we expect every members of the community to be their brother's keepers. We expect the various community leaders to, as much as possible, try to put in some personal security measures within their community before they can look for the assistance of the government.
When you say personal security measures, what's the least that you expect the community, those living in that community to put in?
The best I expect the community
the
to
least, not the best, the least.
The least is community policing. And community policing, by definition, simply means you being your brother's keepers, releasing some bit of data, a gated community, and an alarm system, mass notification system. That if there's anything within the community, everybody in the community is already aware. But if you take a look at the incident at Isheri, there was nothing in place. Okay. And if you go there, you discover that the government agencies that are there, including the state executive members who handle the community, they are not in tandem, they are not communicating with the police that are supposed to be assisting them. So that when the incident now occurred, it was the security men that were using walkie-talkie to communicate with themselves. The armed robbers got there around 7:30, they fired warning shots around the creeks there, and nobody was concerned. Yes, the security men were passing instructions to the people, telling them, well, this is what is going on. But we see, if you get to Isheri, you discover that there's a vast area of land, nobody is policing it. We expect the community to try as much as possible and engage on some local activities that will distract the attention of the kidnappers. Rather than coming to their community, they should be busy looking for people on the waterways so that they can be safe within their communities. Okay. And we equally expect them to be in tandem and coordinating with the government security agencies. Right. Thank God the Lagos state government is, as much as possible, trying in its efforts to ensure that all communities are safe. But the resources are just not there. Okay. So we expect members of the community to come in and assist the government, do liaison duty with the government, reduce the social and physical security measures that are leading to this kidnapping. And kidnappers have divided themselves into 3 groups now. We have the abductors, we have the keepers, who are the custodians of the people that are kidnapped, and we equally have negotiators. Okay. We equally have opportunities.
We'll come back to you so that you can expatiate more on that. But let's come to you, Mr. Kadiri. What's your take on the spate of kidnapping right now, vis-a-vis what Colonel Shoba has shared?
Well, basically, kidnapping is on the rise, and there are a potpourri of reasons why this has come to be. I could quote economic reasons, I could quote political reasons, but basically, not enough is being done to quell this menace. When I say not enough is being done, for instance, if you were to travel from Lagos to Benin, I don't think there is any security apparatus to stop me from kidnapping Mr. A. Between Lagos and Benin, that individual is in the dark.
Even with the police, because there are certain points
they aren't enough. There are too many. There's too much space between those police roadblocks. We don't have cameras from here to Benin. We have no command post. Basically, to monitor those cameras, we don't have enough lighting between Lagos and Benin. I'm just using that highway as an example. Now, that gives you a broad spectrum of what happens across Nigeria. Nigeria is a large country. So basically, the law enforcement is not doing enough to stop this. And again, what emboldens people to go into kidnap is poverty. If people were gainfully employed, you won't have people looking for alternative means, be it committing crimes such as kidnap, to make ends meet. So we have a lot, there's a lot that needs to be done to solve this problem, so to speak. But law enforcement, economic deprivation or not, we have to step up the degree of law enforcement to put this problem in check.